Hey guys, I'm Sean.
I'm Jim.
And we are going to be bringing you guys a second video here of Bone Thugs-n-Harmony. Like I said, we're going to be doing 3 or 4 of these. I haven't decided if it's going to be 3 or 4, but this is the second one. This is going to be first of the month. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like, subscribe if you want to see more of these. And yeah, we'll go ahead and jump right into it. Jim, as I showed you, as I talked about in the other video, just to give a quick back run through, just for anybody who missed the first one on this. This is a group that is from Cleveland. Originally went out to California to try to pursue their careers, and they ended up becoming one of the biggest hip hop groups ever. And there's a lot of harmonizing that goes on. There's, I believe, 5 of them in the group. Yeah, there's 5 of them in the group. So it's actually pretty rare to get all of them on the same song because there's just not room for 5 verses, right? So anyways, because imagine how long a song would be if it had 5 verses in it. That'd be insanity. But you'll still usually hear them, you know, harmonizing, doing other vocal things, because you know most of them sing too. So yeah, I'll go ahead and get it started, guys. Oh, Jim, any questions before I hit the play button here on this?
Not yet.
All right.
I know there will.
So, just a quick background on this song specifically. This song is more comedic, but it's not just totally funny. Jim's going to laugh at it a lot, but it's actually a song about the very first day of the month when all of the government assistance checks hit and all the Social Security checks and things like that hit people's bank accounts.
Oh, shit. For us old farts, it's the 3rd of the month.
What's that?
For us old farts, it's the 3rd of the month when Social Security hits.
Hey, my nigga, we having a wonderful day. And I would fuck with my wives. It's the first of the month. And I'll be smoking, joking, rolling, busting, sipping on 40 ounces again. Come, we got the busted rum. Up all night, we high. Get up the back to where 99. I give up my nigga to give us some play, yo. Double up, nigga, what you need? We got what you get, yo, dig. For the green league, give it up for the first show, but it lay low. Cause the pump creep when it rolls so. Break if you can't get away, but the toast that, yeah, yo, keep your bankroll. We're having a celebration. To stay high, you better believe, but it's time to grind. I'm down for mine, crime after crime. For the creep to the bag, cause mom's got a grab on the grill. If we got the flow, you know it's the first of the month, and my nigga, we cheers for real.
All right, so thoughts on that first verse there?
Yeah, I'm waiting to hear what happens when, oh no, now it's the 2nd.
They should make years later a song about the 2nd of the month. Like, you know, like 10 years, 15, actually, I think 20 years later now it would be. I mean, this is an old song. This song is so old that the aspect ratio is not widescreen on the video, on the lyric video. That's how old this song is.
No, it's the 1st of the month. Believe me, that's something I knew about when I was in like 1st grade. So,
yep. And did you, like I thought, finding the lyrics sort of funny?
Yeah,
I knew you would.
Yeah, like I said, I'm waiting for him to start talking about the 2nd and the 3rd when everything's gone.
And I see that my sister was already dressed. She said, I'm really go get in my stance. Watch, I make sure no one snatches my chick. Nigga, that's the real man. Sold in the middle and put it up in the mid pocket. So let me hit it at 99 to give me a about that. But ain't no fucking project. Read up, hop on the 10 to the click.
So
what's the 99 and what's hopping the 10 to me thinks I-10, but I know they're not down in Texas.
So I'm not sure what hop on the 10 was when this came out, but that was a bus. The 10 is a bus. Like, and
gotcha.
And Rita is what people in Cleveland call the bus system, because it's called the Regional Transit Authority. So it's the RTA. So we'll say, we're gonna hop on Auntie Rita.
Actually, we got the same thing here in Vegas, the Regional Transit Authority.
Yeah, so Rita is the RTA. That's the bus line.
What's 99?
That's a street.
Oh,
East 99th. That's actually not too far from where I used to live.
Okay. Got it.
You could definitely get weed on 93rd. Easy. 2 out of 3 people walking around on 93rd have a bag of weed in their pocket.
I got to mention this.
Yeah.
Talking about the first. When I was growing up, there were 2 days in a month that we would never go shopping. That was the 1st and the 3rd. The first because of the welfare checks, and the 3rd because of Social Security checks. You did not want to go to the store on those days. In fact, I've got a friend on food stamps, and I guess it was early this year, I guess, maybe last year. They've now staggered when the food stamps come out
to reduce the strain on the grocery stores and such.
Right. They staggered over the first week. Like he gets his food stamps on the 7th of each month. And it was strictly to reduce strain on the stores. And yes, it's comical and it's sad.
I agree.
So get a bag of dope and a quarter out. Most of my niggas got the same. We gonna roll it all up the smoke. And then they reef for hydro. You know the cut so fucking pump out. Toss out the giggle then roll with a clone and same hoe. Running through the alley, get in the alley. Up at the second the sun down, no front row. January, no none of December. I'm loving the first of the month.
So see, Lazy and Busy are doing the chorus here.
Yeah. Quick question. Yes. There is one term I don't recognize. Yayo.
So that is a piece of slang that's actually from before my time. Let's find out what it means. I'm actually not sure myself. Hey, I'll be honest.
Hey, now I don't feel so bad. How's it feel to be old?
Oh, it's a slang term for cocaine.
Shit, I thought I knew all of those.
Yeah, I did too. I thought I knew all of them too. Now I've never done cocaine, but I have some cocaine and crack fiends in the family. So I thought I knew all the lingo.
Okay, sometime I'll tell you a story about why I moved from California to Texas.
Gotta get mine in the hood that I claim, and I slang on the double 9. Gotta find them dubs, wanna get full, get a thug, get love. What's up? Try to sing on my corner, nigga, use a gonna say clear, niggas don't like that. And selling them dummies, making that money, come back, nigga, get that pap. From the 1st to the 15th, niggas smoke plenty weed, but I gotta say, gotta come up. Put my rocks in the club, when I get high, nigga, place that blood. Time to roll to the bag, got my rubber and add it to the stash. Gotta watch my backseat for niggas that's trying to rob me. But never no shows and no losses. Don't be keeping these niggas up off me. See, gotta sell the whole block. Spin a couple bills, thugs. Smoke a lot of weed on the fur. Wake up, it's wake up, wake up. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Wake up, it's wake up, wake up. Get up, get up.
Waking up to the buzz up early in the morning, stretching up down and lightweight bitch. Took a look, take a fifth to the dawn. Instead, I got kicked with my truck with a dance. So I'm getting me hustle blown. Hop on the phone, calling them crazy phone. And know did your OG check come? I'm up on the bus with Big, and I'm coming with blood after blood of the skull. Nigga T just put me down. Oh God, how was
So I know you know what a Black and Mild is, but a Black and Mild is a sort of cheap cigarello. It's a very cheap
yeah,
cigarello.
gotcha. Yeah, for a second I thought Black and Tan, which is of course a beer, but yeah, Black and Mild I know.
Yeah, and what they're primarily used for is to be split open to turn into blunts. I know very few people who buy Black and Milds to smoke Black and Milds.
There are a number of those, I'll say, inexpensive cigarillos that anybody would ever want to smoke for the sake of smoking them.
Right. And I mean, there's other ones. There's obviously the White Owls now. There's the there is the Dutches. Those are another one that people cut open to just turn into blunts.
Yeah, and I go way back beyond then when just never mind. They were just something you stayed away from.
What were?
The cheap ass cigars and cigarillos. I mean,
yeah, well,
those things are nasty.
I mean, they smell awful, so I can only imagine what they must taste like.
Yeah, they're nasty.
But I know that they're used typically to be split open and turned into blunts. So, to me, I think that a blunt is a waste of perfectly good weed. I think that, you know, packing a bowl is going to be a lot tastier usually, but that's just me.
My wife would agree with you.
You know, but you know, it is what it is. We'll push through. I think there's there's a second half of this verse left. I think there might be one more left. It's a long song because I think they were all actually on this one. Hence a 5-minute song. I'm gonna back it up just a little bit here because we're missing part of his verse.
First come around, now we freaking be black and mild. Head across town, cause nigga the first get celebrated. Rushing to the block cause I wanna get faded. Living on wild cause I'm needing me hair braided. Be heavy, y'all fit to this game. To the first, just call me that post line. The nickels and dimes, the 20s, the 50s, the first be the day for the dope max like an egg.
So 20s and 50s, nickels and dimes, those are all different sizes of bags. I'm sure you probably know that.
Hey, bring back the days of a 4-finger lid for $10. Granted, there's a lot of stems and seeds in there, but I mean, that's where I go back to is the 4-finger lid.
Oof.
Cocaine food, and I'm working late tonight, and all the things been loving them thugs, cause I got them rocks for them blocks, them come with the ends, I gotta get paid on first.
Obviously, they sell crack too. Or did. So are you familiar with the spliff slang?
No.
Spliff is just another term for a blunt. And it is what I believe it's the Jamaican slang for a blunt.
Okay. You know, there's one thing here. There's one line that I have to laugh at, and probably not for a good reason. We're talking about getting braids.
They said blazed.
No, there's one where it says getting hair braided.
Oh, braids. Okay.
Yeah, braids. And there was an incident that happened, I'm aware of, back in the late 60s, where someone I knew got hustled, and the person who pulled the hustle, first thing they did was go out and get a do with all the whole 9 yards, get the fro and the do, everything. They scored pretty big off this guy. And the first thing they did was go out and get the hairdo. I would say it's something I chuckle at, but it's probably not a good reason to chuckle.
I mean, people get hustled. That's a thing. I mean, it's not obviously the best thing in the world, but it happens. I mean, to me, if you got hustled, you just got played by somebody who was smarter than you. I mean,
yeah.
Obviously robbing is bad, but I don't even really look down on somebody who got hustled or somebody who hustled someone. I don't even really hold that too hard against them. I mean,
hey,
I outsmarted them and they took their money. I mean,
hey, I won't think twice about taking every dime you have at a poker table.
Right. So, it is what it is. So, happens. It's winding down now.
Yeah. Yeah, I have so many thoughts on this one. Just the whole idea. I mean, the premise being the first of the month and welfare checks hitting. There's so many stereotypes there.
Mm-hmm. And they played them all up too. Every last one of them.
They missed a few at that.
Yeah, they skipped selling the stamps. That was one of the ones they skipped over.
Oh yes,
which is a pretty common thing, unfortunately. And to me, that's very sad, right? Like,
well, you can't buy drugs with stamps, so you have to sell them usually at a discount. If you're lucky, you got 50. You got half value. Right.
If you are incredibly fortunate, you get half value.
Yeah. So yeah, it's meant to be lighthearted, but there's still a very serious topic.
Well, when people have had hard times and trauma and stuff like that, one of the most common coping mechanisms is to make jokes about it, and clearly that's what they're doing for the most part. But they're also describing their situation and what they grew up with and how they lived, and in some cases, I mean, this song came out in the 90s, so this was partially how these guys were living at the time when this song came out. I mean,
and the hell it is, this is nothing new. I keep going back. This is everything that I grew up with. And you got to remember, I was born in 53.
Yep.
So this is by no means a new thing.
No, but it is, most rap is describing your life experiences and your situation. And, for them, hustling on the block, on the first of the month was the time to get money, not get paid from the actual, government, but that's when they would go out and make money off people who were selling their stamps for money and sell them drugs.
Right. And of course, I think there's one verse in it, maybe not the whole verse, but a few lines, a few bars talk about looking out for people trying to rob them.
Right. Well, because who the people who have money are.
Yeah.
Who they are. They're the ones that are selling the drugs. I'm sorry, but if I know you're a drug dealer, you're probably walking around with a wad of cash in your pocket.
But not only that, if you know that there are people who are going out to cash your checks, you wait for them to cash your check, and then you want to get the cash.
Exactly.
So it just makes a bad situation worse.
Exactly. So, yeah, that's this song, though. Any final thoughts on this, Jim, before we wrap this up?
No, I think I covered it. It's
What do you think overall? Did you
this
enjoy?
Time I heard some harmony. Yes,
yeah,
I heard the harmony.
Did you enjoy it sonically?
Yeah, I did. I mean,
it's
hard to understand at times. Once again, thank you for the lyric video.
Of course.
Lyric video.
Mm-hmm.
Should I stop drinking? No.
We're doing one more. We're doing one more video, so you can't get much drunker in that time. Not much drunker.
Who said I was drunk?
Well, you can't get close. You can't get that much closer to drunk in that time.
Here, hold my. Never mind. On that note, I'm Jim.
I'm Sean.
And we are out.
We're out.